For some bands, there's usually one song they start with and which functions kind of like a cornerstone for the record. Mm-hmm. Was there, with Sunbather, was there an early song that you wrote which pulled in kind of the direction of the album?
Yeah, and that was the song Sunbather. Okay. I wrote that song and came up with that title really early on, and I think from then just wanted that to be the focus because I liked it a lot, and yeah, I think it kind of built off that.
What does it represent for you, the title?
It's just like a idea of perfection, or like a sort of like unattainable perfection, I guess. Yeah.
Is that kind of not the fate? I was gonna say, is that not kind of the fate of an artist in general?
Yeah, I guess it could be. I think that everyone sort of, to a degree, can relate to that feeling. I think it's a pretty universal thing that happens with people. You know, they question why this isn't as good as it could be, or why this, or you know, they doubt themselves and things like that. Yeah.
But do you think then there is an answer, because these feelings and these doubts are so universal? Do you think there's an answer to them?
Not particularly. I don't think there really needs to be an answer. I think it's just simply something that gets into someone's head at some point. You know, I just, with everybody, it's a natural way to feel. I think.
But then, does making music and singing about it, does it help then?
Yeah, I think it's cathartic in a way. I think that it's nice to sort of, lend yourself to that idea. It's definitely freeing in a certain way, and sort of confronting your own faults and things like that. I would say it's cathartic for sure.
And when you signed with, or when Sunbather was about to come out, was there also, in terms of that work, was there also pressure?
Yeah. We felt a ton of pressure, especially when we were in the studio. We weren't really, you never know, and sometimes we don't even know ourselves. We'll include a part here, or there's like a riff here, and you're kind of listening to that riff over and over, being like, is this good? Is this something that I want for the final product? And yeah, I think it's definitely pressure.
What was it, mostly then self-imposed, or was it also from external?
Totally self. Okay. Totally self. Yeah, no one was pressuring us in any way. We just wanted it to be the, I guess, best we could do.
And in those terms, is it difficult? Well, obviously it is, I think. Is it difficult to pinpoint when you're done with the song?
It is. Sometimes you just have to, say it's done. I think we can kind of feel it when it's done. I think if something needs a little, something extra, I think we can usually feel that out. But yes, knowing when to stop is very important.
In comparison with the first record, I read somewhere that you wanted to have a bigger sound, mm-hmm. a bit slicker. What kind of things did you do on this record then to get that sound?
We just like close mic stuff, and just used like different guitar rigs for clean parts as opposed to distorted parts and things like that. And a lot of Rhodes was tracked like completely live, just all of us in a room. And for this release, Carrie did like single tracking over and over, and we just kind of took our time with that a little bit more. I think didn't rush it so much, so it wasn't as thin sounding as Rose Sajid is.
Was this something you were missing on the previous record, or did it just?
I just wanted to beef it up a bit. I thought that the previous record was just really thin. It was really kind of tinny in a way, and I wanted to have something that was a little more bass-driven and fuller sounding in general.
And as the album turned out, there's a I believe 4 main songs and then interweaved with interludes. Did it just happen naturally, the way the album?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Carrie is always coming up with these sort of clean, pretty melodies, and it got to the point where he was making so many, we didn't know where to fit them into songs and things like that. But we didn't want it to go to waste, and so we were like, let's just do like interludes. And yeah, I guess when we were sequencing the record, it just fit. It wasn't really our intent to have it, like song interlude, but with the flow of the record, I like the way that it came out.
Is it important for the band and for you to have this cohesion within the record?
Yeah, I think so. I like I like it because it gives the record, it lets the record breathe a little bit, and the interludes almost serve as like a cooling off period, in between the abrasive, longer songs. I like that. I think they complement each other well.
And I mentioned the emotionality of your performance earlier. Is this something that you need when you perform? Do you revisit the?
I not necessarily like thoughts or anything like that, but I definitely feel very connected with the music, and I think that it's the volume on stage and things like that that really sort of drive my energy.
And in terms of the songwriting process, is the live show already in the back of your mind?
When we're writing songs?
Yeah.
Sometimes. I mean, I guess like if we want there to be like a lot of like, if we want like a section to be piano driven or something like that, the live show always comes into question because we don't want it to, we don't want to half-ass it essentially. But other than that, no, they're two separate beasts. Studio time is studio time, and live is live, and we just kind of have to make them work, I guess.
Well, you've done quite well. The album has done quite well.
Thank you.
So, what does the future look like for the band?
Touring a lot this year, and hopefully writing and putting out a new record next year.
Have you started yet?
A little bits here and there. We have riffs. We've been playing around, but we'll have to wait till we get home to really sit down and come up with material that's more concrete.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
For your time.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.